Welcome back everyone, I'm Lana and today we are reviewing Pinocchio, starring Tom Hanks, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, and Pauly Shore. Just kidding, we're reviewing the good one.
Hello, Pinocchio.
This Pinocchio comes from the brilliant mind of a horror filmmaker, Guillermo del Toro, and stars Ewan McGregor, Ron Perlman, of course, and Christoph Waltz. As a confirmed indoctrinated Disney child, I have seen Pinocchio a dozen times. Mostly what I remember are the main characters, the wooden boy, Geppetto, the adorable Figaro, the tiny Cinderella, Jiminy Cricket, and something about a bunch of boys going to a circus and then turning into donkeys and getting swallowed up by a whale. That sounds right. This is not that movie. This is a spoiler-filled review, and even though you think you know the story of Pinocchio, if you haven't seen this version, you actually don't know the story. So I would recommend bookmarking this review, watching it on Netflix, and then coming back because I will be right here waiting for you. No strings attached. Like I said, this is not a recreation of Disney's Pinocchio. It draws way more from the original story, published in 1883, so there is some overlap, but they are not related. In this inspired tale, Del Toro paints a bigger picture of Geppetto as a sad, lonely old man who suffered a tragic loss, and it sets the viewer up to imagine that maybe this little wooden boy come to life is just a figment of his imagination. A way better origin story than some happy-go-lucky, clock-crazy woodmaker. In the first 10 minutes of this movie, it is really hammered in just how much Geppetto loves his boy. More than anyone has ever loved anything ever.
You are my favorite thing.
I'm not sure I was supposed to laugh at this montage, but you know that the kid is gonna die, and they just lay it on so thick. Pinocchio himself is completely unnerving. Carved in a drunken rage by an insane puppet maker in the image of a dead boy in the middle of a thunderstorm, it harkens the image of Frankenstein's monster.
It's alive!
When this unfinished puppet comes to life the next morning, ooh, it really made my skin crawl. He moves like a character from Silent Hill. He's discovering each of his joints individually, he's swiveling his head all the way around. It's incredibly unsettling. And he's doing all of this while he's singing joyfully, which brings me to the next thing I loved about this movie. The songs. Like the Pinocchio of yore, this is a musical, but not like any other musical you have ever seen.
Dear Father.
And I've seen complaints that they are just not catchy enough. Well, good. Better than catchy, the songs in Del Toro's Pinocchio are interesting. Alexander Desplat and Guillermo del Toro have worked together previously on The Shape of Water, creating sounds that are more surreal with an undulating quality. It's so perfectly suited for the creepy tone of the visual art style and the narrative, and coupled with Pinocchio's asynchronous lyrics, so joyful to be alive and everything is so new and exciting and amazing, it just all adds to the wrongness of this spindly wooden boy. All of the characters are great, but Christoph Waltz as Count Volpe, whoa. Every syllable, every breath is so sinister. He's powerful and intimidating, and his character design is so on point. He sort of looks like he's wearing a mask or a helmet. I mean, the guy looks like a bird mid-attack swooping in for the kill.
You may have no strings, but I control you.
This movie had so many unforgettable characters, most notably the fairies, who are more like gods. I was getting serious Beetlejuice vibes from the whole limbo setting. The color, the attitude, the humor of the death bunnies who play poker in the coffin room, and the fairies themselves, amalgamations of other creatures, so visually striking. I mean, all the visuals of this movie are absolutely insane. I would take stop motion over CG any day. It makes everything feel so much more handcrafted, like a certain wooden boy. Everything from the lighting to the characters to the set design, they all felt like something I could reach out and touch, like true fine craftsmanship. I f***ing love that. The only thing I'll say I didn't love about Del Toro's Pinocchio was after we're introduced to all the characters and approach the third act, it falls rather in line with a more family-friendly narrative. There's a lot less creepiness, a lot more work-togetherness, and the expectation of a happy ending, albeit a rather nihilistic one. It also hit a couple of familiar beats to Del Toro's previous work, Pan's Labyrinth, especially the juxtaposition of the surreality of Pinocchio's world next to the cruel reality of Spain in 1940s wartime. I thought it it was really cool, but it made me wonder if I was missing some critical subtext, because without a deeper implication, I just didn't see how it was important to Pinocchio's tale. This is both my favorite animated movie of the year and my favorite version of Pinocchio. Is it Oscar worthy? What do you think? What's your favorite version of Pinocchio? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, and if you haven't seen the movie yet, don't be a dummy. This is not one you want to miss. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It makes all the difference, and I will see you next time. No, I got it. There's big words in there. It's acting! What am I missing? There's so many descriptions in this. I hate CG. Stop motion forming characters in the comment below. In the comment below?
One comment.
You are allowed one comment. It's a really great comment.